Growing up, guys are not taught how to deal with their feelings. So, in this video, I'm going to share with you the 5 forms of therapy every guy at every age needs to integrate in order to live their best life. Let's get right into it. Starting with number one, probably the most obvious one, talk therapy. You need to allow yourself to share your feelings with someone else, your shame, your fear. Yes, you can actually be imperfect and feel afraid. Your shame, your anger. And yes, it is healthy to feel anger and to tell someone else what you feel angry about in a healthy way. Like your sadness, your anxiety, share that and talk through that with people. I remember when I first went to my talk therapist, like a traditional therapist, it was such an amazing experience because I was like, holy shit, I just needed to fucking talk to someone about this who wouldn't judge me. Never looked back since, and now I just pretty much I have a group of people around me who I can talk to pretty freely. So number one form of therapy, talk therapy. Number two, probably my personal favorite, the second form of therapy that you need as a man to integrate into your life to live the best life, existential therapy. Basically what this means is the therapy of realizing that you are on a rock in the middle of space, existing as a tiny entity on that rock in a gigantic galaxy, in a gigantic multi-galaxy, in a gigantic universe. Basically realizing how completely irrelevant you are in the gigantic scheme of things, while also realizing how relevant you are here on this earth. I personally love existential therapy, which is in one sentence, realizing how little you are, because it helps me realize, oh, my problems aren't that big of a deal. The mind and its patterns and its anxiety and its, oops, I almost dropped you, and its fear and its importance and self-significance is really not that big a deal. It has helped me get over a lot of my inner critic and my perfectionist tendencies. Or I should say, actually, the perfectionist tendencies I experience, because frankly, you and I aren't perfectionists, nor are they our tendencies. We learn them from something else. We pick them up, but that doesn't mean they belong to us. We just experience them. And existential therapy is pretty much right along those lines. But, anyways, let's get into number three, the third form of therapy you need as a man, or even just as a person, exposure therapy. Also, another one of my favorites. Some things you just can't talk through. Some things you need to just fucking go do it to realize it's not that big a deal. Sometimes the mind, no matter what you say, no matter what you try to feel, no matter how much you try to rationalize or analyze yourself through it, sometimes you just need to go do the thing. And that is what exposure therapy is. A prime example of this, and this is a little different. Actually, I'll give you a different example. A prime example of this is I felt so afraid of people judging me for vlogging in public. And one of the things, I did two things. A solid 80% of how I got over it was I fucking vlogged in public until I realized it's not that big a deal. And another form of therapy that helped me get over it was existential therapy. Once again, it's not that big a deal. Like, dude, you're vlogging in public, you're gonna die, these people are gonna die, everyone's gonna turn to dust, everyone's gonna be buried and be eaten by a rat or some form of a organism in the dirt, in the soil. Your consciousness is gonna go somewhere else. Is it really that big a deal? Probably not. All right, that's number three. Well, number two, existential. Number three was exposure. But let's get into number four, probably the most important, other than talk therapy, somatic therapy. This is probably the one every single guy needs the most. Basically, what this form of therapy is feeling into the feelings within your body. Notice I didn't say thoughts, and notice I didn't say mind, and notice I definitely did not say head and thinking. It's in here, feeling into the feelings. This form of therapy helps you understand what you're feeling, maybe, but not always, why you're feeling it, and probably just as importantly, how to communicate your needs and understand your needs with yourself, with someone else. Example, I tend to feel the big feeling of overwhelmed. Communicating that with someone else, literally as simple as saying, hey, let's say to my partner, I say, hey, love, I feel very overwhelmed right now. I know you feel a lot too, but I just cannot have this conversation right now for at least the next 10-15 minutes, because if one more thing gets pushed essentially onto my nervous system, I think I'm just gonna break down. So I need some time and space to just recalibrate and recenter, and then we can revisit this conversation in 15 to 20 minutes, okay? That is essentially somatic therapy. Now there's many sub-disciplines, just like breathing, breath work, stillness, feelings engineering. Like there's a couple different forms or disciplines of somatic therapy, but at its core, all it means is just feeling into your body. Soma, that's what your body is, soma. Feeling into the feelings and bringing your awareness into your body, into your heart, out of the head, out of the mind, and out of the thoughts, right? The fifth form of therapy all men need, the last one, a great outlet for anger, is creative therapy. Sometimes, and this is another, I guess you could say it's a form of exposure therapy, it's slightly different. You need an outlet for your passion. Like you keep something in, it may not be good for you to keep it in. You need an outlet for your anger. A lot of guys go to the gym, a lot of guys play musical instruments, a lot of guys create businesses. Some form of outlet for your emotions, okay? Do not keep them in. What you express, you have power over. What you do not express has power over you. Now, this can be applied to creative therapy, to talk therapy, even to exposure, and definitely to somatic therapy. Essentially, the heart of all of this, all 5 of these therapies, is that one line. What you keep in has power over you. What you don't express has power over you. Now, however you want to express it, any one or multiple of these therapies will work, and has worked, and I use all 5 of them because I like to pick and choose. Options of freedom, okay? Now, what you express, what you feel through, you have power over. So my friends, whichever one or if all these therapies resonate with you, I really encourage you to implement them fucking right here, right now. If you want help implementing them, we have a community. It's entirely free, and the link is in the description. That is all for today's video. I love you, appreciate you, I see you, and I know you're doing your best, so keep going. I believe in you. I'm rooting for you, my friend. Have an amazing rest of your day. Carpe diem the rest of your fucking day whenever you're watching this. Seize the moment, seize the day, and most importantly, surprise yourself. Continue to be unexpected in your life and other people's lives. Peace.